guys, it's your cousin Angie back in this kitchen again this evening. Tonight I am baking you a sweet potato souffle, just the way mom and grandma would do it, with my own texture, with my own spin on it, as I always do my own recipes. One would say, Cousin Angie, what is a sweet potato souffle? Well, you know I'm a George Pete. I'm from the South. Now, grandma and mom and them would do it a couple of ways. You can take a sweet potato souffle, you can cook it and bake it in a 9 by 13 baking dish, which is exactly what I'm doing this evening. You can also take it if you have a pie pan, not the ones that you get from the store with the pie crust. You can bake it in that, but then again, that's your sweet potato pie. We're making a sweet potato souffle. So if you had a regular baking pie pan of your own, around 9 by 9 or 8 by 8 dish, you can fix it in there just as well. Some would make a sweet potato souffle with a pie crust in the baking dish, 9 by 13, or without one. Either way is good to go. Well, tonight we're baking our sweet potato souffle in our 9 by 13 baking dish, and the dish that I am using, I'm going to show you, is made by Le Crochet, and we're using this baking dish. And again, it's made by Le Crochet. I don't know if you can see that name there, just like that. And I've had this for years, honey. Oh my God, ever since Le Crochet first came out, I ordered this on QVC. So we're going to bake ours in here tonight. I have my oven on 350 degrees. We're also going to bake this sweet potato souffle on 350 degrees. Now, let me tell you, when I'm baking, I like to take my sweet potatoes and get your scrubbing brush from Kroger's or Walmart over in the baking section and scrub them with some lukewarm water. Get all that dirt and stuff off your sweet potatoes. All you need is some lukewarm running water, and get that brush and scrub those potatoes. And once you've done that and rinse them a couple of times, get you some clean paper towels and dry them bad babies off. Now, I've also, that's my oven. Let me know that it's ready. 350 degrees. I have two 12-quart pots on my stove. And what I did is I put the water on to bring to a boil. And once they begin to boil, this is the time I'm going to move over to the stove and show you me adding my potatoes to the boiling water. I'm going to let these potatoes boil for about an hour and 10 minutes. Once my potatoes are done, I'll remove them, drain the water, and then I'll go ahead and peel them. The skin will come right on off. It's so much easier. I've been learning how to do this ever since my late Aunt Mary taught me how to bake regular potatoes for a potato salad. I apply that same way when I'm ready to make my sweet potatoes. Another way you can also do your sweet potatoes if you don't want to boil them, and some say lose the sweet, the taste in the potatoes, you can bake them in the oven on 400 degrees, wrap each potato in the foil, bake on 400 degrees for 1 hour. Same applies, skin falls right off. Anyway, let me get to showing you what we're going to do. All we're going to do is take our potatoes, put them in our water. We're going to boil them for an hour, 10 minutes. We're going to come back, drain the water, and we'll go to the final step, okay? In case I didn't say this, I want to mention this. Some may ask, Cousin Angie, what is a sweet potato souffle? Let me answer that for you. It's a very sweet, savory, fluffy, light dish. The dish can be served hot. The dish can be served cold. So you're going to love this dish. And when I finish this dish, I want you to be able to come back and tell me your thoughts on it once you make it, okay? Give me a thumbs up, like this page, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We'd love to have you to be a part of our family. Here on my channel, we're all cousins and we're family. Okay? Let's move over to the stove. See you soon. Alright, so I have 2 pots of boiling water here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. And my potatoes are nice and clean. Woo, hot, honey, honey, honey. So we're going to drop 3 big babies in there. I think I'm going to drop these babies in here. Yeah, I'm going to go 2 different pots. So we'll overload the pots. So now, what I like to do is take my pot, and I'm using a Food Network pot. We have the potatoes in there. If you see the water's come to a boil, it's hot and smoky. What I'm going to do is apply the top, but we want to leave a little bit to where we're allowing some steam to come out. And then over here, I'm using a Circulon pot, 12-quart pot. And what we're going to do is I have my stove on about a number 5 over here. Okay, and I'm going to pull it over here to number 5. And you want to leave just enough where there's some steam escaping out of the pot for the potatoes. I have my stove fan on high. We're going to cook these for an hour, 10 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, cousins, so it's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. that the sweet potatoes have been cooking. So now we have a clean fork. We're going to test our sweet potatoes. And to tell if they're done, the fork should be able to go through them very easily. Slide in, slide out. So let's get straight to it, okay? Sorry, I'm bringing you all to the stove here. Alright, so this is straight metal. So I'm just going to use a towel, clean kitchen towel. Oh yeah, they ready, baby. Alright, so I'm going to turn my stove off. Just keep. Alright, so let's check this one. Oh yeah, goes right in and come right out. Alright. So I'm going to drain my sweet potatoes and my colander in the sink. It's nice and clean, ready for me to go. So what I will do is drain my sweet potatoes in my colander, and as soon as they're done, after I drain them all, then what I will do is come back to my large clean mixing bowl that's ready for us to start mixing, and we'll get straight to the next point. Alright cousins, so I have all of our sweet potatoes peeled. They're nice and hot. Now what I like to do when I'm doing sweet potatoes, I like to go ahead and add my butter at the time that the sweet potatoes are nice and hot. And you can see that this is room temperature because I'm able to push straight through it. Sorry that my nails aren't done. Don't worry about that, honey. We get into the sweetness, alright? One thing I like to share with people is that when I'm eating sweet potato pies, I'm very finicky with eating people's sweet potato pies because I don't like, like to eat people pies and it's all stringy. I don't believe in that. So the way that I do my sweet potatoes, I just want to let you all know, I like to mix them really 6 or 7 times, and then after that, I do it like 6 or 7 times, and then what I do after that is I'll stop after the first time for 40 seconds. I'll go and rinse my beaters off with nice hot water, come back, put them on, and repeat the process 6 more times until there are no strings. Alright, so let's get started. We have our butter in there. So, and the ingredients I'm going to be using, I'm using 1 can of evaporated milk. You get whatever is on sale. This is the Kroger brand. And be sure to wash your cans, please. You don't know who's been handling. Wash your cans and dry them with clean paper towels. Alright, we have some pure vanilla extract. We have some real lemon juice. You get whatever is on sale. This is the, oh shoot, let me get this brown sugar, honey. This is the Myers on sale. You get whatever's on sale. Don't go break your bank. Okay? And we're going to have some dark brown sugar. You can use light brown sugar, dark brown sugar. Don't go too crazy on it. Alright? We have some white granulated sugar over here. Alright? I have some nutmeg. I'm a nutmeg lover, honey. I have some cinnamon. Alright? I also brought some cinnamon sugar, so we'll see which one I want to use. Either way, they're going to go. We have some Pam baking spray. I also use the Baker's Joy nonstick baking spray, and I use this as well. Those are the only 2 I use. I have all my measuring cups. We have 3 large eggs, okay? And then I have about a quarter cup, a quarter cup of self-rising flour, but you probably only need like half or a teaspoon or so. We'll see when we get there. Let me get this little bit of flour, honey. Keep you a nice clean trash bag to the side of you, honey. And I spilled just a tiny bit of flour. Keep your nice clean trash bag beside you to put out your trash. Let's get going. Let me move this out of my way. Alright, now you see all those strings on here? So I'm going to do that 6 more times. And then I'm going to do that off camera and I'll come back when I'm done. Alright, cousins, so what I've done is gone ahead and whipped my potatoes 6 times. And what I've done is rinsed them, my beaters off with straight hot water. And I do 1 final round, and there are no strings in this sweet potato souffle. Okay, so now I'm going to add my 3 large eggs. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix it up. And what I like to do is add on top of that is add about half of this. So we're going to call that about a teaspoon of self-rising flour. Just a thickening agent in your sweet potatoes, okay? All right, now that we've mixed that up, next we're going to go ahead and add our nutmeg, okay? Like I said, I'm a nutmeg lover, so you may think that's too much. I'll just say it's about a tablespoon and a half. No, actually 2 tablespoons. God, it smells so good. Alright, cousins, I'm back. My oven is ready. Okay, so what I've done is added 1 more cup of sugar, white granulated sugar. And also, let me do this while I'm here. I'm going to add another teaspoon of the cinnamon. Oh, Lord. Okay, and this is all the cinnamon. That I'm going to put in there. That's it. That's all. So, 2 teaspoons equal 1 tablespoon. And so that's all I'm going to put in there. Be sure to wipe down the sides of your mixture. Alright. Everything, I'm going to make sure I get that one more time. Awesome. Alright. So, now that we've got that done, I'm going to prepare to get our baking pan. One moment. Okay, cousins, so we have our baking dish, our 9 by 13 Licorice baking dish. I'm going to shake up some of this Pam baking spray nonstick, and we're going to spray the sides along the middle. Our oven set at 350. Ooh, I'm going to bake this at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Oh, child, this stuff is strong. All right. So we are going to bake this uncovered in our dish. It smells so good. All right. So now we've got all our sweet potatoes out. All of our money. I told y'all stop throwing your money away. Get all your money. Whatever you don't brought at the store, go back and get it. Cousin Adrian told y'all, get all your money, honey. All right. So listen. I like to take me a baking sheet and put it under everything that I'm baking in case we have a little spillage in the oven. I'm not with the nasty oven, honey. No, no. So I'm going to bake this for 1 hour and 10 minutes. And then once it's done, we'll put it on our cooling baking rack, and then we'll let it set before we cut it for a few hours. I usually like to let mine set for at least before cutting into it, or at least an hour. Just give it about an hour at least. So Cousin Angie, we'll see you all real soon, okay? Alright, cousins, so our sweet potato souffle is out of the oven. Just took it out and put it on the baker's rack to cool off. So we're going to let this cool off for about a good hour and 30 minutes. I cooked this for 1 hour and 10 minutes on 350 degrees in my oven. Alright, so I'm going to leave this on here for about an hour and 30 minutes, and then I'll come back, I'll cut it, and show it to you. Now most people, they'll spoon it out and serve it, and that's cool. My late Aunt Mary and her husband, they would take it out the oven and put marshmallows on it and serve it. I don't really care for marshmallows. My husband does, but I like to do it like Granny and them did used to, Granny and Mama. They would let it come to room temperature and cut it in squares and serve it. So that's just how I like mine. The next one I'll do is I'll show you how to make your own homemade buttery flaky pie crust. Apply it in the bottom. Do the same thing I've done here. And honey, you have you some good old southern sweet potato souffle squares here. So Cousin Angela's going to give this an hour and a half to cool off. And we'll come back and cut me a nice old sweet piece, honey. And we're going to get to eating, all right? See you soon. All right, cousins. So looks like I had to change and get comfortable, okay? Listen, a sweet potato souffle has set. It's nice and warm. Honey, this is going to be delicious. All the ingredients will be below my video. My grandmother would serve it just like this. Like I said, some people would take a spoon and spoon it out. But let me tell you, it's so good. Whether it's warm or cold. I could eat it anyway. You can fix this with the pie crust or without the pie crust. Once it finished settling, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to do just what my grandmother did. She would take it and cut it in squares. So this is cousin Angela's Southern Sweet Potato Souffle. Let's get into it. We're hot. Oh my God. Oh. Whew. Them flavors running through there, baby. Tastes so darn good. Lord, this is it. Oh my God. Baby, if I could scream for joy. Okay, I'm about to be done. Whew, hot. Listen, baby. Listen. Ooh, that's hot. Listen. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a message. You've got to make this. You've got to make this. You're not going to have a chance to eat now. It's going to be gone. I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be gone. This is darn good. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a message. And when you make this, I want you to come back to Cousin Angie and tell me what you thought of this. Please be sure to subscribe. If you're not currently subscribed, we'd love to have you as a part of our family. We're all cousins here on Cousin Angie's platform. Please share this page, share this recipe, and listen. If you have a suggestion you'd like for me to do something, leave me a comment or go over to my community tab. And my email address should be there. I'm going to go and double check and make sure. You can email me, or you can go over to the About. Click on About on my YouTube channel. Email me anytime if you need something, you have a comment or no, suggestion or whatever. But leave me a comment. If you should make this, I'm sorry, I got to get back into it, honey. Let me know what you think of this and share. Thank you for all those who have subscribed, and thank you to those who are new to the platform. We love to have you. God, Jesus. Honey, talk about it. That's so good. I can't stop. It reminds me. This reminds me of the way my grandmother did it. Right on point. Gotta go, honey. Because I got a child, my daughter, my younger daughter, Kiara. She's waiting to get into this daggone sweet potato souffle. I love each and every one of you. And remember what I always say. Love on one another and check on one another. We're all we have. You never know when it's that time. Take care of each other. Until next time, Cousin Angie loves each and every one of you. Bye, cousins. Love you. You can run, but you can't hide.